Welcome to Redline Derby Racing, everyone. I'm your host, Brian. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Hot Wheels Derby Dash. It's the live results show. In that the show is live, the racing is not. Sorry, it's the way it goes. If you're tuning in live, please join us in the YouTube channel chat. A couple of you are already there. Giving a shout out to Jim, a couple of Jims, the twins, and Cameron Daly, track surgeon in the house, traction event also checking in. Greetings, everyone. Thanks for showing up. And as always, thanks for your support. Every time I do this, it feels like a crapshoot, but here we go. I'm going to do it again. This is a live recording, and you can be a part of it, so don't hold back. Talk amongst yourselves. I may or may not be able to comment right away or type into the chat room, so I got a couple thousand things going on here at once, so we'll see. Otherwise, if you're listening or if you're catching the replay of this, connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever the kids hang out today. I am not a kid, so I don't know. I'm told these things, so I'm there. What do you know? And you know what? Use the hashtag Redline Derby. That's what we're all about these days. Hashtags. Hashtag this, hashtag that. As I said, tonight we'll be streaming the race results from the Derby Dash tournament. This was a no-mod tournament, so all the cars you're seeing are stock. No heavy modding here. The rules are otherwise pretty well open. You had a weight limit, but you could pick a car that was you had on your shelf ready to go. This wasn't a classic rip and roll where you have to have it in the car and you rip it open and then you hope for the best. So a lot of people sent in their best stock cars that they knew kick ass, and you're going to see that tonight. A lot of well-known cars, shall we say, in the lineup. This is a double elimination tournament, which means everyone has to lose twice. Upper bracket, once you lose there, you go down to the lower bracket. Then the lower bracket will fight it out to see who's the best of the rest and take on the winner of the upper bracket. Should the winner of the upper bracket win at the end, they win. Well, if they lose, then they race the winner of the loser brackets again, and we'll see who the winner is. Every match in this tournament was best 2 out of 3. So one car starts in lane 1, they race, they alternate lanes, they race again. First car to get 2 wins moves on, the other one gets kicked out. That's the best I could do. This is a no point bracket. This is not part of a series or anything. This is a one-off tournament, so whatever car makes it to the end wins. And for their trouble, they get a hell of a lot of cars. That's right. It's a box of cars kind of prize. Entrants could designate their car to be put into the prize pot, or if they didn't want to contribute their entry car, they could send in a replacement car. Nonetheless, I have a box of cars here that will go to the winner, along with a Redline Derby victory sticker. Ooh, Every winner of a race event this year will get a Redline Derby victory sticker, which I know is not a trophy. I don't have the budget for trophies, but at least it's something. Something you can stick on your wall, and you can collect as many as you want throughout the entire year. So whoever wins this will get the box of cars and the victory sticker to hang on their wall, put on their wallet. It's not really like a bumper sticker, although that would be cool. So this bracket tonight, let me see if I can get it up here. Ha, that sounded horrible. Let me see if I can pull up the bracket. There we go. There are 24 cars entering tonight across 13 different people. Most people send in 2 cars. And this is what it looks like. The first round has 8 races, and there are 8 buys. That's a lot of buys. As you can see, Finkel, Nick Petty, JDC, Clifford Shaw, Wizard of Oz, Econo, Carl, Shane, and FOTF, Fastest of the Fastest, all got a buy out of the first round. So we'll start blowing through these matchups and see what happens. That is a lot of racing, let me tell you. I know there's been a little 2 out of 3 debate on the website, redlinederby.com, and let me tell you, I'm debating that now too, to whether or not just go head on head, because this is a lot of racing, people. Some of you that are involved in more of the complex live events are laughing at me right now, because I don't know jack about racing a lot of cars, but this was a lot of cars and a lot of racing. So nonetheless, hopefully it won't take as long as it did to race it as it does to talk about it. So I'm going to shut my mouth for a little bit and get things started. So let's see. Let me pull up my tools and see what we got first. See if this works. Boom. Going to kick things off with Shane and his winning Formula F1 car, and Mick Jiggles 9 with the Salt Flat Racer. And I know I mentioned this in the preview show, but that Salt Flat Racer is one hell of an ugly car, okay? By all rights, it should just lose on looks alone. But let's see what happens. Here we go. Far lane is Shane. Near lane is that Salt Flat Racer. And there they go. The drop. It's a pretty even drop, I gotta say. Salt Flat's probably pulling out a little bit ahead. Rolling good. Rolling good. Half a car about the halfway point. And hit the finish line. Boom. Salt Flat Racer takes the first one. See if we can't flip the things here. Boom, boom. That was loud. I apologize. Let's hope this works. Yay. Switching lanes. The drop. Salt Flat has the edge right out the gate on that one. And he's not looking back. Just because it's ugly doesn't mean it's fast. Guess you could say that, right? But she sure can cook. All right, there you go. The winner, that first one, Mick Jiggles 9 out of Connecticut. Let me get my bracket here, see who's next. Up next, 2.7's Ferrari Testarossa and TN Fish Daddy's Turbulence. I got one of these Testarossas and I ran them in the Fantasy League, and it is fast. Those Ultra wheels mid-90s cars, early 90s cars are typically pretty good, surprisingly enough. But let's see how it holds up this time. Here we go. Ferrari in the far lane, Turbulence in the near lane. There they go. Ooh, Turbulence a little shaky on the drop there. Oh, Ferrari hit oil slick, a little wobble. Turbulence pulling away and not looking back. All right, we'll flip lanes. They're off. Ferrari ahead. That's pretty even Steven right there. Oh, a little wobble in the mid. Turbulence just an inch ahead. And the win. Tian Fishdie's Turbulence takes the second match. We'll head into the third and see who's up next. Looks like Ricardo Caro. Up next, Takano Karo's Speed Bump. That's an FTE right there. And JH Music's El Camino, also an FTE. Both of these are known speedsters. All I gotta say is the Camino's got fire on it. It's got to account for something. Camino in the near, Speed Bump in the far. It's a 4-foot drop, by the way. Pretty even. Bump's got a little edge. Little edge. There they go. Halfway point. And Speed Bump's ahead. Speed Bump's ahead. And there we go. Speed Bump in lane 1. Taking it. We'll flip her around. See what happens next. All right. Switching lanes. Speed Bump in the near. El Camino jumps to the back. Here they go, are off. Another even drop, looking good. Hitting the halfway, even. Camino by a bumper. Can he hang on to it? Can he hang on? He can. He can. My goodness, that's one apiece. This is the first to go all 3 rounds. So whoever wins this next one moves on. The other one heads down south to the losers brackets. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. El Camino back to the first. Oh! He got the jump on that one. Speed Bump asleep at the switch on the drop. I think that's all she wrote. There you go. Boom. El Camino upset? Question mark? I don't know. Seems like it to me. I probably had my money on Speed Bump there, but that El Camino pulled it out. All right, moving on. Up next, we got JDC Jim Carlson's Funny Car, the second, and Track Surgeon's Cadillac V16. Funny enough, both of these guys entered in the same car. Jim sent in 2 funny cars that match. Track Surgeon did the same with his V16s. So a couple of twins battling off. Rivalry. See what happens. Those funny cars are heavy, and he's sitting in that far lane, that white, long Track Surgeon Cadillac in the front. There you go. Oh, that caddy's got a bumper off the get-go. Halfway. He's half a car ahead. There you go. The Cadillac riding home. Funny cars are usually really good due to their heaviness, but sometimes the heaviness can be a burden. Or, hey, that's racing. Who knows what happened? It's flip lanes. Here we go. V16 in the far. Jim's funny. Ha! Jim's funny in the near lane. Boom, they're off. I think the caddy's got an edge there too. That's pretty damn close. Keeping up. Quarter car. Yep. There you go. Track Surgeon does it with his Cadillac FTE. That will not be the last Cadillac we see tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that. I think there were 4 entered in this tournament, if that tells you anything about how popular they are and how fast they can be, as you just witnessed. Heading into the 5th matchup of round 1. Who's next? Nick Petty and his Jaguar D-Type, that cute little thing. And Clifford Shaw and his badass old school bus, Redline there. Another well-loved car coming out of Connecticut. Hoping it can bring home the gold for old school racers everywhere. Let's see what happens. Bus in the near, that little Jag in the far. I was really surprised how well that school bus did roll. There it goes. Oh, it's shimmying left and right in the get-go. Boom, boom. Oh, that school bus is bouncing. And that Jaguar's taking advantage of that. Through the line. See if that school bus can do any better on the way back. Second heat. School bus in the far lane. Jag up close and personal. There we go. Hey, that bus has got an edge right there. Look at that going down. Boom. Oof. That bus was a hoopty right there. Look at that thing. That didn't help it. Well, and there you go. Jag takes an easy win over that school bus. Those older cars, especially those 70s, 80s kind of cars, definitely had a different axle, different suspension, I guess, if you want to call it that. They are tended to bounce a lot, as you just saw right there. Congratulations, Nick, on the non-bouncing Jaguar. All right. We continue. Up next, JH Music's Firebird funny car, TN Fish Daddy's Chevelle. That I spelled wrong. That's a Chevelle. Interesting enough about that Chevelle, which I didn't realize until I started racing it, is that that's got a metal chassis too. So that's an all-metal Chevelle right there, which I had never seen before. I have several of these Chevelles, but they're all, your standard metal on top, plastic on the bottom. That Firebird funny car has a lot of metal in it, but it is also very skinny. Sometimes that can work out, sometimes not. Let's see what happens. Funny car in the far, Chevelle, or the Chevelle in the near lane. There they go. That Chevelle's got an early lead. That funny car, yep. That funny car bouncing rail to rail right there. Not helping things, although a lot closer than I might have thought for that one. Let's flip them around. Maybe it does better in the other lane. All right, we'll flip things around. Funny cars coming at you close. That Chevelle got the super run on that one. Yeah, that Firebird banging and clanging all the way down. And your winner, TN Fish Daddy, is Chevelle. His very heavy Chevelle. Congratulations to that one. Up next, McJiggles9's back with his Extremester, and 2.7 brings it up with the Jaguar XJ220. Another Ultra Wheels, gold Ultra Wheels like that Testarossa we saw earlier. Didn't work out so well for that Testarossa, although it wasn't a blowout. Let's see how this Jag does. Sitting high atop that 4-foot drop. Actually, it's not even 4 feet, I don't think. They're off. They're even. A little bumping on the Extremester side. Oh, little tail shake there. And that's all that Jaguar needs. There you go. Rolling right on through. Let's flip them around, see how it happens. They're off. I think that Jag had it from the get-go. Not a lot of metal on that Extremester. Probably didn't help things. That Jag is all metal. But, oh, look at that. They are tied at the halfway point. But no. No. That Jag took it. 2.7 with his first win of the night. And that Jag. All right, last race in the first round here. Coming right up. We're going to see Wizard of Oz and his Chrysler 300 FTE take on Track Surgeon's other Cadillac V16. Both of these FTEs, both of these well-known speedsters from a casting standpoint. This one right here is anyone's game as far as I can see. I don't know what the Vegas would say about this one. I can't even take a pick. They're off. They're even. That caddy's got quite a... wow. That was quite an edge coming out of that drop. And keeps it. That Chrysler sure is trying. Oh! Oh! You see that? Whoa. Look at those. Look at that. Both of that is a tie. Tie. Right there. Look at that. Both lights on at the same time. That doesn't happen much right there. So, in that case, the second round will be the same lanes. We're not alternating lanes. We'll only alternate lanes when there's an actual winner. So let's see if I can set that up to do what I think I need it to do again. So yeah, this is the same setup. So Cadillac in the near, Chrysler in the far. We're going to hit it again. I can't believe that last one was a tie. Cadillac again got the inch out of the drop at the transition, but here comes that Chrysler. God, the thing's a lot shorter than it looks. Ooh! Ooh! 300. The 300. Wow. All right. Let's flip that around, see what happens. So 300 has the first win on that one and the only win on that one. Because that was the redo-ish match for the tie in the first one. So this is the second one. So if the 300 wins this one, he moves on. Track Surgeon falls behind. But if Track Surgeon wins this one, we're going to do it again. 300 up close, Cadillac in the far lane. There they go. Cadillac again with the drop. Probably like a quarter car ahead. Little shimmy. Here comes that Chrysler again, though, man. Halfway, tied. They are even right there. And... oh! Oh! Spot on, sir. Spot on. Congratulations, Wizard of Oz. That's only the first round. Felt like the last. Chrysler 300. So, let's see if I can do what I think I want to do, which is take a look at the bracket. And we'll fill in some answers right here and see what happens. Hopefully you guys can see that bracket. Might be hard to read. I don't know. Make your screen bigger. There you go. And so there's the solution. All right. First First winner was McJiggles in his Salt Flat Racer, so he'll go on to meet Finkel in his Great Gatspeed. Second one, Turbulence, will go on to meet Nick Petty's Big Jaguar. That's two Jaguar XJs entering tonight. Popular car. The first upset? Huh? JH Music's El Camino dumped Conor Carl's Speed Bump. So Conor Carl going to the lower bracket, but I have a feeling that thing might come back. Track searching out JDC's funny car, but that's okay. Jim's got two of those. Jag ousted the Hoopty school bus. Chevelle beat up the funny car. The Jag took on the Extremester. And in somewhat of a nail biter, I guess you could say, that 300 moves on. So there we go. We're heading into round two. Finkel and McJiggles, Jaguar and Turbulence. Jim's other funny car takes on the Camino all the way down. And we'll get to see all these buys. Fastest of the fastest, his Castrol funny car, his infamous Castrol funny car, will show up this time. So let's let me get things configured here and we'll move right along. All right, let's see here. Boom. There we go. Finkel's Great Gatspeed and McJiggles' ugly Salt Flat Racer. Let's see what happens. There we go. That was Finkel's only entry. He only entered one card to that Great Gatspeed. That's surprisingly even. But there you go. Halfway, Salt's half ahead. And that ugly bastard doesn't look back, taking out yet one more. Let's flip him around. Maybe that Gatspeed did better than I anticipated. So let's see what happens here. After seeing the Chrysler Caddy magic. All right, let's see. We'll flip him around, see what happens. Gatsby up close. Gatspeed up close. The ugly mother in the far. Here we go. Another even one. Halfway, and the Salt's ahead. Half a car. Good night. McJiggles wins again with his Salt Flat Racer. So he'll move on to round three. Finkel drops to the loser's bracket. Up next, Nick Petty's Jag. The other XJ entering in Tien Fish Daddy's Turbulence from round one. Let's see how we roll. Even pretty much coming out of that. Whoa. Man, that oil slick really throws people off. That didn't help that Jag. Turbulence had a little trouble too, but it barreled through it. All right, let's flip them, see what happens. Switcheroo, Jag up close. There goes Turbulence in the far lane. Turbulence a little slow on the drop. Can it make up for time? That Jag leading halfway point. And whoa. Jag takes it, but that Turbulence came up incredibly well. So this one's going to go 3-2, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again. I think. Let's see. Assuming I got the right video. Let's see if it happens. There we go. All right, we're back to the original lanes. There they go. Pretty even. Turbulence got a smidge ahead. Oh, whoa. Turbulence. Man, the recovery of that Turbulence is impressive, I gotta say. Mental note for the future. You can take a little tweak in there and be all right. There you go. T and Fish Daddy continues. Nick Petty's Jag heads to the losers bracket. All right, up next, JDC's Funny Car number 1, I might add. And JH Music's El Camino is back to see what it can do. Kind of had an upset over Carl in that first round with the speed bump, maybe. Maybe it was an upset. Maybe giving Carl too much credit. I don't know. But here we go. El Camino beating that Funny Car off the line. That was impressive. But here comes that Funny. They are even. Dead Steven even. Or is it even Steven? And that Funny Car takes it by a hair. And that's a 1/64th hair, ladies and gentlemen. So that is very, very tiny. Let's flip them around. Here we go. Jim's fat Funny Car is hanging up front. The other Jim, Battle of the Jims, not to be confused with the Bobs. There they go. Funny Car beat off the line again. But there it goes, it's ahead. And the win for the Funny Car. Well, you guys can hear that, can't you? So, excuse me. Jim's Funny Car taking it. And we will move on. Sorry, I'm having a little hiccup here with things. Just a moment. All right, see if I got this going. Here we go. All right. Yes, this is right. Clifford Shaw's Cadillac V16 FTE and Track Surgeon's first number 1 V16 FTE. Battle the Whiteys, and here we go. I can't tell them apart. They're lined up. Track Surgeon on the near lane, Clifford in the far lane. This is either going to be incredibly even or incredibly unbalanced. We'll see. Someone's got to win, though, right? Track Surgeon pulling ahead. That far lane always a little shaky there. I have to look at that. But there we go. Track Surgeon pulling up the first win of the caddies. We'll flip them around. If it wasn't labeled, you wouldn't know it, though. Ha! All right. Notice anything different? There they go. Track Surgeon inking out again. His car must have just had a better axles, better weight, could be the same weight, right? Anyway, there you go. Track Surgeon taking it. His Cadillac continues. Clifford's Cadillac heads downtown. That's the thing about this die-cast racing, ladies and gentlemen. You can take cars, you can take 100 cars, all the same casting, and they will not race the same. Not to mention you got track variables to worry about. The best part of racing. Coming up, something familiar, a Cadillac V16 from Wizard of Oz. Notice it's not an FTE, it's just got the fat bling wheels on that sucker. And the Nick Petty's Jaguar D-Type from round 1 is here to see what it can do. By all rights, I guess odds should be on the caddy, right? We'll see. Gets the edge on the drop. That little Jag, a little drunk. There you go. Cadillac taking the win of the first heat. We'll flip those suckers around. Here we go. Long caddy sitting up front. Little Jag in the back. The drop. Caddy with a almost half car lead out of the drop into the transition. Not to say that Jag ain't trying. Not much contest there. Wizard of Oz's V16 takes it and moves on. Up next, Connor Carl's yellow Ferrari F40. Haven't seen him yet tonight in that Ferrari, that is. I guess the speed bump got beaten. T and Fish Daddy and his heavy Chevelle. Back to see what can be done. Just a minute. Let me check over the chat and see how things are going on. My goodness. You guys keep it up. I can't even keep track of what's going on there. You guys know what's going on. Enjoy yourself. Shout out to Kano Racing, who's joining the conversation. See if anyone else knew. Looking good, fellas. Have fun. All right, back to the racing. Carl's F40, the Chevelle. Here we go. Boom, they're off. I think that Chevelle had a bit of a lead coming out of that. But if I know that F40, there it goes. Turning on the speed in 6th gear. And that Ferrari takes that first one. That wasn't a gimme though, so let's see what happens if we flip them around. Here we go. Yellow up front, blue in the back. They go. They drop. That Chevelle has an easy lead on that. But damn, there goes that Ferrari. That Chevelle a little bumping and grinding, banging and clanging as it were, and a whole car length ahead for Carl. Congratulations. That yellow Ferrari taking it. I love those Ferraris, I gotta say. Fast or not. Those are things I collect, and I don't collect much. All right, up next, Shane's Great Gatsby and 2.7's Jaguar XJ. Now, Shane is a coworker of mine. He is not a member of the site yet. So, Shane, if you're listening, you need to sign up right now, okay? All these other guys have. You can too. But I was talking to him at work about what we do here at Redline Derby Racing. He's like, cool, I'll send in some cars. So we went out and bought some cars and threw it right in. So props to him for just jumping right in on this one, more or less blind. He went to the grocery store, found something that looked fast, and let's see how well it does. The drop, that Jag's got a bit of a head, but that Great Gatsby's keeping up better than I would have thought. Halfway, about a half a car, those Ultra wheels got nothing on that Great Gatsby. Or no, other way around. So there you go. We'll flip them around, see if that Gatsby does better. on the way out. It's possible, right? Maybe we should let Shane win so he comes back. There we go. Gatspeed up front. Jag in the back. The drop. Jag. Wow. Half a car coming into the transition. And I don't think he's going to look back. Midway. Nope. There you go. 2.7's Jag takes it. And Shane is heading to the loser's bracket again. Sorry, buddy. That's the way it rolls. Welcome to Redline Derby. As it's always said, see you in lane 2. All right, here we go. Last race of round 2. This might be something that people have been waiting for. Now, there's been somewhat some smack talking going on for the Derby Dash in the thread at redlinederby.com, which is always awesome to see. Because up next, oh, that's a big picture right there. Excuse me while I do some live editing. There we go. Fastest of the fastest, Castro Funny Car, the legend, the myth, and the Wizard of Oz Chrysler 300, which barely ousted the Track Surgeons V16 in that first round, comeback, and had the first tie. I think maybe the first tie I've seen on my track, let alone the first one of this tournament. So now this Castro Funny Car, like I said, it's the stuff of legend, and maybe that's all hype. Maybe that's all just hot air. Let's find out. Those funny cars are heavy again, like I said, so the 300 might have some slight advantage depending on how that Castro car rolls. A little banging and clanging, but there you go. Go, little Chrysler. I think I can, but he can't. And that Castrol takes it. Let's see what happens if we flip him around. Maybe that's all it needs. Maybe it just likes the other lane. All right, here we go. Funny car up front. Chrysler sitting in the other lane. They're off. They're falling. They're even, surprisingly enough. There they go. Little shimmy, little shucking, but that Castro keeps pulling ahead. There you go. Ooh, full car there by the end. FOTF. Taking it. Well, I'm going to leave that the way it is. His car is there, trust me. All right, so actually, let's go back to the bracket. Bing. See where we are. Ending of round 2. Get my list. Salt Flat Racer took out Finkel's Great Gatspeed. Turbulence continued, taking out that Jaguar. Jim's Funny Car stopped the El Camino. A little revenge for Carl, maybe. Track Surgeon continued his win in a battle of the V16s. And then Oz's V16 took out the Mini Jag. Carl's F40 took out the Heavy Chevelle. Shane's Great Gatspeed was no match for 2.7's Jag. And the Castro Funny Car took any hope away from that 300. Actually, I lie. Remember, this is a double elimination tournament, so there is a loser's bracket that we will go through later here. If y'all want to. Let's put it that way. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get finished with this upper bracket first, and we'll see. All right, so round 3. Got 4 races. Getting down to the skinny here. We set things up, and we'll see what. Watch it roll. All right, so, pardon me. There we go. The Ugly Mother is back to take on Turbulence. Let's see how it rolls. Turbulence in the near Salt Flat Racer on the far lane, closest to the wall. And there they go. Turbulence maybe has a hair up front coming out of the hill. Can he hang on? He can. Turbulence takes it by a good car length and then some. Let's see what happens. See what happens when we flip it around. See if he can keep that momentum. Odds are good. Again, Turbulence has a boom, 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 boom. Little bump in there, a little grinding. Oh, Salt Flat taking advantage of it. And there you go. Salt Flat taking advantage of a little shimmy, a little miscorrection there from Turbulence. So we're going to head into another third rounder. It better be. All right. Yes, 17-3. There we go. No wasting time on this one. They're dropping. Turbulence again out of the gate. Ahead. Deja vu for that Salt Flat Racer. I think that's all you need to know. Turbulence taking it on to the quarterfinals. Salt Flat Racer is out. Not a bad run, though. Let's see what happens up next. Next, JDC 442's Funny Car number 1 takes on Track Surgeon's Cadillac number 1. He really didn't call his number 1, I just gave it that way. Jim's has a big number 1 on the top of it, so that's what I'm calling it. Here we go. Race 18. Woof. Caddy, a little bit edge coming out of the hill. See ya, number 1. All I need to know about that. All right, let's see what happens here. Flip them around. Heat number 2. Anyone know why they call them heats? It seems silly to me. Here we go. Funny up front, Caddy in the back. That's pretty even, gotta say. Favor for Jim that way. Oh, midway point. Can the Funny make up for it? No. No, I'd say that's a good half car. Track Surgeon continues rolling on in his V16 FTE. So now if I'm looking at the bracket correctly, I think I am. Both of Jim's JDC's Funny Cars out of the main bracket. Perhaps they will fight each other in that lower bracket. Anything can happen. Wait. Hold on. Hold. And that. I think that's right. Let's see. Hopefully I did that right. Let's see. Wizard of Oz's Cadillac taking on Carl's F40. See if it's the right video. Ha! Huzzah! There they go. And the Caddy takes a quick lead on that hill. Is that all it needed? Or is that damn Ferrari going to come back again? Even. Yeah, there you go. Even coming in the middle. Is it? Ooh. Ooh. Carl's F40 taking it by an eyelash. Wow. All right. Flip those suckers around. All right, so Ferrari took that first one. Let's see what happens. We'll switch lanes here. Second heat. Sliding down that hill, that Cadillac takes that lead again. That didn't work out so well last time. Well, that's a pretty good look, pretty good look. Half a car. Ferrari down, but not out. Oh, man, another one going 3. So this next one's for all the marbles to see who keeps going. Cadillac with a Ferrari. All right, back to their original lanes. This is the third heat. They're off. As usual, that Caddy takes it out of the hill. That Ferrari's catching up, though. Halfway. Caddy's ahead. Little bump. Little. Oof! There you go. Cadillac. Wizard of Oz. Outing Econo Carl and his bright yellow F40. All right. Damn it, there's that funny car picture again. All right, 2.7's Jag taking on the massive Castrol funny car. Let's see how it rolls. Got weight versus ultra wheels on this one, if you ask me, and that's pretty well even. Funny car taking it as it hits the ground, though. Boom. Goodbye, Jag. Wow, there you go. Let's flip and see if it helps that Jag at all. Here we go. Might have the Jag ahead a little bit there, but there goes Castrol. Another car length, another win. FOTF making good on his promises. Not too bad. Let's head over to the brackets and get things updated. So out of round 3, TN Fish Daddy moved on. McJiggles bounces down. Track Surgeon continues as Jim Carlson finds himself in the doghouse twice. Wizard of Oz takes out Econo Carl. Carl now both in the lower bracket too. Just saying. And Castrol making good on some promises. So heading into round 4, right? Yeah. Turbulence versus a V16 and a V16 versus that Castrol funny car. Let's see what happens. Hang on. All right, let's see. There we go. Turbulence versus Track Surgeon's Caddy that has been tearing it up. Both these guys have been tearing it up, to be honest. Both of them came from round 1. Let's see how it rolls. 21st race. Boom. Turbulence out the gate. Another bounce, though. Man. Oh. Boom. Track Surgeon taking advantage. Turbulence doing a little too much grooving right there, I'd say. Let's see if he can make up for it. Go. Heat 2. Caddy ahead midway, half car. Turbulence not able to maintain his dominance. Track Surgeon's number 1 caddy moves on. So, that cracks me up. Wizard of Oz is back. His Cadillac returns, as does the Castrol Funny Car. Let's see how this rolls. Boom, they're off. Funny Car with maybe a little edge coming out of the transition, and slowly but surely making its way halfway, about a half car, into the 3D Botmaker finish line, and takes the light. 1 for the Castrol. Let's flip these mothers around, see what happens. There you go, Castrol in the far. Bling rims caddy in the front. Caddy with a commanding front coming out of that hill. Can the Castrol roll its way back? Halfway, caddy's still ahead. Little shimming, little banging, little clanging. And there you go. So caddy takes the second heat. So again, we're heading into thirds. Caddy head out of the drop again. Oh, except at the very end, that Castrol caught up. Can the caddy keep up? Nope. Sorry. Castrol with the win. Congrats, FOTF. Quick, to the bracket. Getting down to brass tacks now, ladies and gentlemen. So, Track Surgeon sends Turbo down south. The Castrol continues to live up to his legend. So semifinals, here we go. Let me load it up. Go, Track Surgeon and the Castrol Funny Car. You know what? I like this car, so excuse me while I squeeze things. Computers, they're great. All right, here we go. Castrol in the near, Track Surgeon caddy in the far. They're off. Down the hill they go. Pretty even, gotta say. See who handles that the best. That is even. I don't know. That's even. Halfway, they're even. Oh. Huh. So, Castrol, wow. That's like a toenail or something right there. And we'll flip them. That should be a good second heat going into that. That was anyone's game, that first one. Let's see how we roll when we flip them around. Caddy up front, Castrol in the back. Oh, Castrol, a little hookup, a little shimmy. That hill, caddy taking advantage of that. And there you go. No looking back for that caddy. So Castrol took the first one, caddy took the second. We're going into thirds again, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do a semifinal. Drama. Heat 3. They're off again. They got to be exhausted. I am. All right, Funny Car the edge. Caddy catching up midway. Caddy by a nope. Castrol by a hood. So the funny car taking it again the fastest. Let's update the bracket real quick. Boom. So now that Castrol funny car has to wait for the winner of the losers bracket. But here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to swap over to the chat and see what's going on here. What y'all talking about? Who's left? Cameron, Econo Carl joining the party. Welcome. Jim Carlson, Jim Hickey, Kano Racing, Track Surgeon, and Traction Event. All here, possibly. So here's the deal. This is the first time I'm doing this. It has now been an hour, and we have a whole losers bracket to go through, which if it's anything like the first one, will take another hour. Since this is live, and since I do care about the live studio audience, we can either keep going, or we can jump right to the final. Maybe we can just do the last three. I don't know, however you guys want to do it. Let me know. Put a little vote in there of what you want to do. If you want to sit through the entire losers bracket, if we want to just do the semifinals of the brackets and up to see who goes on to face FOTF and his Castrol car, it's up to you. Everyone is awake. I thought we were all old people here. All right, the votes are in. We're going to keep on going to this losers bracket. JH Music just cracked open a cold one, so he can be up a while. Watch out for that heartburn, buddy. All right, now here's the thing. I gotta make a little disclaimer about this losers bracket. So when I do these races, I go to our favorite printyourbrackets.com to print out the brackets, right? So you can pencil them in as you're going. And then I usually go to challenge.com, which is what we see here, to get the nice looking bracket that's all integrated into the website and everything, right? Well, as it so happens, the way that Challenge and Print Your Brackets divvied up the brackets and have winners going to losers and losers going to winners didn't match up. So, just for the purposes of this broadcast, there will not be a loser's bracket, a visual loser's bracket. I apologize. I didn't do my homework well enough. It worked the last time we did this with the Pro Series, so I assumed it was going to work again. Shame on me. I will post a picture of the paper brackets, the working brackets as they were, at redlinederby.com under the Derby Dash thread for anyone who wants to see it. But if anything else, that might shave a few seconds off the next hour of exciting racing from Redline Derby Racing. I'm going to have to crack a cold one here to keep awake. Let me shift my brackets. That's a new one. Never shifted brackets before. All right. Let me set up a few things here and we'll get rolling. well. All right. All right. I got to fix something. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Topic, peanut, neither a pea nor a nut. Discuss. Actually, here's a real topic. What tournament would you rather have in the future? Metal body, plastic chassis only? Or plastic body, metal chassis? Because I'm thinking about doing that. All right. I dreadfully apologize for that. If you really want to know what happened, my Windows updated to Windows 10 since the last time, and it's really effing with me, and I'm really upset about it. I hate computers. All right. So we're entering the losers bracket. Let's see if this works. This looks correct. We might be okay. All right. First round of said losers bracket. Here we go. Nick Petty's Jag D versus Shane's winning formula. See how we go. Jag having no problem coming out of the hill against that Formula One car. Those Formula cars usually just don't have enough weight to make a difference. But hey, weirder things have happened. There we go, flipped, boom. Again, that Jag pulling away early. Huh. Wow. Almost 2 car lengths there. That eliminates Shane's Formula One from contention at all. Sorry, dude. Nick Petty continues. We'll see him in round 2. Up next, Tienfischstadt is Chevelle. Fix the spelling, see? And 2.7's Ferrari Testarossa back. Ultra Wheels here to save the day. Let's see. Oof, boom. Chevelle shooting down the ramp. But here comes that Ferrari. Muscle car having a little issue there. All over the place. And that Ferrari takes the first one. Oops. Nope. Here we go. Jeez. I need a drink. There we go. Ferrari. Even coming out of that one. See if the Chevelle can hang on this time. Despite all that, it's held on pretty well until the end. And the Ferrari takes it. 2.7 continuing on. Tien's Chevelle down and out into the dumpster. All right, here we go. Shane is back with his great Gatsby, taking on Icano Carl and his little tiny speed bump. I have a feeling I know how this one's going to go. Speed bump. Wow, Gatsby's holding up better than I expected. But there you go. Speed bump pulling away. No real surprises there, gotta say. But let's flip them, see what happens. Whoa. Zoom! And there they go. Speed bump again. Whole car ahead. Shane's Great Gatsby into the prize bucket. And I think that puts Shane out entirely. The first elimination. The new guy. No shame. No shame. All right, here we go. Wizard of Oz Chrysler 300 is back. Taking on JDC's number 2 funny car. Out of the gate. Pretty even, gotta say. That is funny car by a bumper heading in midway, but pulling away. Can he? He can. JDC's funny car taking the first heat. There you go. Reverse. I get the funny car, the edge coming out of the hill. Here comes that Chrysler again. Zoom. Oh, man, another eyelash win. This time for JDC's number 2 funny car. 300 takes a bath. I wouldn't have guessed that early, gotta say. All right, another great Gatsby, this time from Finkel, taking on the Hoopty school bus from Clifford Shaw. Let's see what it can do any better this time. That thing's got some suspension in it, so it bounces. Out of the hill pretty even. Doom, doom, doom. The Gatsby taking on that bus. Boom. Finkel's Great Gatsby just beat an old bus. Let's flip and see how that bus does on the flip-flop. Bus ahead there. Oh, more bouncing. That's killer. That is killer. And a win. A win for Finkel and his Great Gatsby. The first win for any Gatsby tonight, gotta say. Way to go, Finkel. He moves on to round 2 of the losers bracket. Keep on rolling here. Nick Petty's Jag is back. So is the Firebird Funny Car. Let's see how we roll. Whoa, I gotta work on that slow-mo-ness. There we go. Zoom. And the Funny Car takes a commanding lead. That was all funny all the time right there. Go other way around. They're off. Jag ahead by a smidgen coming out of that hill. Keep going. Keep going. Jag. Jag takes the second heat. Firebird took that first heat. This one's for all the marbles. This next one to stave off elimination. Jag out of the hills doing pretty good. That Funny Bird rolling really well. That's all he needed. JH Music and his Firebird Funny Car. Moving on. Nick Petty and his Jag have to go home. Continuing on, JH Music's back again right away with his El Camino taking on McJiggles and his Extremester. El Camino out of the gate takes a commanding lead and keeps it. That's consistent right there. Damn. Okay. My apologies for all that. There we go. Again, Camino taking a lead, half car to a car, and JH Music rolls on. Coming up on the end of round 1 of the losers bracket. It's a rematch of sorts. Battle of the Cadillacs. Clifford Shaw versus Track Surgeon. I think in the first bracket, it was Clifford's caddy and Track Surgeon number 1. This would be Track Surgeon number 2. Let's see how well we do. Track Surgeon in the near, Clifford Shaw on the far. Track Surgeon coming out of the hill with a good lead. Halfway, maintaining that lead. Not a blowout, but Track Surgeon takes that first heat. We'll flip him around. See if he can keep it going. Pretty even coming out of the hill. Track Surgeon just a smidge ahead. Clifford doing his best to keep up. But no, Track Surgeon moves on. Clifford Shaw's white Caddy FTE has to head back to the East Coast. And that finishes up round one of the losers bracket. Like I said, I don't have a visual bracket to update like we did for the main bracket. So we'll just keep on rolling. Round two. Set it up. Nick Petty's little Jag continued from round one, taking on the Testarossa. Testarossa with an immediate lead out of the hill. Those Ultra wheels doing damage on the Micro Jag. Switch lanes. Again, that Testarossa taking it to the Jag early. And that's all she wrote for that tiny Jag. Put up a good fight. Alas, it was not to be. Up next, Battle of the Vets. Kano Carl takes on JDC 442. This is Funny Bird number 2. Funny Bird has a slight edge coming out of that hill. See how he keep it up. See ya. Speed bump. JDC's Funny Car. Not making any jokes about that. All right, we'll roll him around. Out of the gate. Speed bump with a smidgen of a lead. But that Funny Car, oh my good, that is even coming halfway. Another micro hair. And JDC's number 2 Funny Car knocks out Carl. Let's not forget Carl's got an F40 laying in wait. And we'll see what happens. Next we roll on. Finkel's Great Gatsby takes on the Firebird Funny Car. There they go. Gatspeed has done better than I anticipated all night, despite being knocked out in one case. And if this continues, knocked out again. Car and a half length ahead for that Firebird. Switcheroo. I keeps up. That Gatsby keeps up. Until you get to the midpoint, and then that Firebird takes it on. That's the weight right there, ladies and gentlemen. Although that Gatsby has told me tonight that it's a good place to start, possibly, if you're doing some mods. Get a metal base on that sucker and some weight in it. You might have something decent, too. So JH Music moves on. Finkel is out. Gotta head back south. El Camino is back to take on Track Surgeon's number 2 Cadillac. Down the hill they go. The speed of light. And the caddy at the midway point takes it. And that's all it needed. Reverse rolls here. Caddy in the front. That long white caddy the Camino in the front. Pretty even at the midpoint, but that caddy's eking ahead. And there it goes. Track Surgeon with another win. Track Surgeon's other Cadillac made it to the semifinals of the winner's bracket. So his car, he's got 2 cars down the loser's bracket as well. The other one's waiting. It'll be the last stop before the final. It's his to lose, essentially. All right, that was the end of round 2, I guess. Yep. And here we go with round 3. Round 3 kicks off with McJiggles' Salt Flat Racer taking on 2-7's Testarossa. That Salt Flat Racer did much better than I anticipated, and I attribute that only to its ugliness. But right now it's being taught a lesson, or is it? Halfway, the Salt Flat Racer made a comeback. My goodness. But not good enough. Testarossa squeaks, quite literally squeaks out a win. That was a pretty even matchup, though, I gotta say. Let's see what happens on the flip-flop. Testarossa with a good lead coming out. Maybe that's all it needs. But there comes that Salt Flat Racer from behind. Wow, okay. Boom. Heat 2 goes to McJiggles. We'll flip them back around. So this is the third heat. The rubber match, if you will. Ooh, the Testarossa. A little wiggly out of the gate. Ooh, little bumping. Little bumping. That's all that Salt Flat Racer needed. Boom. 2-7. And his Testarossa goes back home. Or to the prize pot, depending on which he chose to do. McJiggles goes ahead. Right. Don't adjust your sets. Yeah. JDC's fighting himself. Funny car number 1 taking on funny car number 2. And there they go. Surprisingly enough, even coming out of that hill. I guess he doesn't really care which one wins, huh? Number 2 taking a little lead in the first heat. rearrange them a bit. You wouldn't know it, though, would you? Down they go. Lightning bolts. 2 in the far, 1 in the near. Man, that's boom. Number 2 takes it by a hair, if it mattered. JDC funny number 2 moving on. All right. Carl is back with his Ferrari. And so is JH Music with his Firebird funny car. Here we go. Pretty well matched coming out of the hill. Ferrari taking a little head. Again, that skinny ass Firebird having a little issue. Banging and clanging. Carlos Ferrari takes that first one. Here we go again. Funny bird in the far. Yellow Ferrari up front. Another even one coming out of the transition, but there goes that Ferrari. Voof. Boom. Man. Dust. Jim has to take his funny car back home. Carl moves on. Will Carl meet JDC 442 again, as they did last time in the tournament? Time will tell. All right, 2-7 versus Track Surgeon. This is his number 2 caddy taking on the Ultra Wheels. FTE versus Ultra Wheels. If you ever wondered, let's find out. Caddy's got a slight edge coming out of the hill. Halfway point, and he's halfway ahead. And that's all I needed. Track Surgeon keeping it real. Track Surgeon out of the hill, ahead by a hood. And that's probably all. Oh, here comes that Jag. Oh. Nope. Track Surgeon takes it again. Man, Track Surgeon tearing it up. He's on his way to the final to fight himself. And that was the end of round 3. Starting to get real now as we head into round 4. Coming up, Salt Flat continues. And the winner of Jim's fighting himself, his funny car number 2. There you go. Look at that. Right out of the hill, that funny car is taking it. And I think the Salt Flat, at least in this heat, has met its match. Boom. JDC taking a commanding win over that one. We'll flip them. Down they go. And there goes that funny car. Teaching that ugly kid a lesson in speed. JDC 442. One of his cars moves on. All right, here we go. F40 versus the caddy. Track surgeon on his way to fight himself for the championship. Let's see. Caddy ahead. But here comes Carl's Ferrari. Go. Boom. Ooh. Carl's Ferrari in that far lane taking it by what had to be a grain of sand. All right, this ought to be good on the flip-flop. In reverse. Here we go. Pretty even coming out of that hill again. Halfway, Ferrari by a micrometer. And that's it. Oof. All right, Carl's F40 moves on. Track surgeon out. At least one. His number 2 caddy FTE is out. His first caddy is still waiting at the end. We'll see if Carl meets him later. And that's that. So we're heading into round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess, at this point. Which means we got Wizard of Oz and his Cadillac taking on Jim's Funny Car 2 that just did business with the Salt Flat Racer. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Down the hill they go. Even. Wow. Jim ahead by a smidgen and keeping it that way, it looks like. Yep. JDC putting Wizard of Oz on notice. Here we go. Caddy ahead by a smidge again. That Ferrari, our funny car's trying. There we go. All right. Is that one apiece? I think it was. Yes, it was. All right. Wow. Okay. We'll flip them around again. That's one apiece for that heat. And we'll see what comes out at the end of this one. Here we go. Third one. Ooh, Caddy got the jump. But here comes Jim. Oh, yes. Funny car number 2. Narrowly edging out Wizard of Oz. And his Cadillac. No shame there in that Cadillac. That's for sure. Those bling wheels. Sometimes they just do the trick. All right. Moving on. All right, the turbulence is back. Back to see what kind of damage it can do to Carl and his Ferrari. Well, that Ferrari's been, that's proved its worth, that's for sure. Let's see what happens. Decent coming out of the hill, pretty even. Oh, a little bumping from that turbulence. Carl taking it with that Ferrari. First heat is his. tinier fingers with this iPad. All right, here we go. The drop. And it's even out of the gate. Not looking too shabby there. Ferrari ahead by a hand. And takes it. And that's that. All right. Winner, Carl and his Ferrari. TN Fish Daddy's Turbulence out. Although it did not do shabby in that first round, so no shame there. All right, moving on. Quarter semifinals of the losers brackets. And we have race 21 for those keeping track. JDC's Funny Car 2. Carlos Ferrari not getting any rest, going right back at it. Down the hill they go. That Funny Car has a little bit of a lead, gotta say. And there comes Carlos Ferrari again from the back. Oh, jeez. Come on, again? Another tie. Jesus. All right, another tie. So, we'll put them back where they were. And try it again. So this is the same lanes as before. We didn't switch because they tied. So, you can see if someone can take one here. See if it ties again. That'd be some shit, wouldn't it? All right, here we go. Funny Car. Here comes Carlos Ferrari again, but not enough. JDC taking the first win of this match. Let's see what we can do on the return trip. Ferrari in the far. Jim's Crazy Funny in the front. Down the hill, that Ferrari's got a little edge, but knowing Carlos Ferrari, it'd bounce right back. Go. And, oof. JDC winning it again. Man, his number 2 Funny Car coming all the way back from the first round of that loser's bracket. It got bumped out first round of the winner's bracket against Track Surgeon. And now, guess who he's fighting next? That's right. Track Surgeon's caddy number 1 taking on JDC 442's Funny Car number 2. See how it rolls. Jim's Funny Car leading out of that hill. Might be all he needed. Oh, that caddy's coming back, though. Nope. Funny Car taking the first heat. We'll spin him around. Here we go. Caddy. Little edge coming out of that hill. Ooh. Man, that first loss must have woke up Track Surgeon, that's for sure. Commanding win in that heat. So they each have one. We'll flip them one more time and see what that takes us. So this is the final of the losers bracket. So whoever wins this one goes on to fight FOTF's Castrol Funny Car for the crown, the prize, And that coveted victory sticker. All right, let's see what happens next. It's the third heat. Track Surgeon Caddy 1. Jim's funny car number 2. Caddy's staying ahead about the halfway point. Here comes that funny car. And boom. Caddy in the far lane. Track Surgeon's Caddy number 1 eliminates JDC and his number 2 funny car. So that means, going back to the top bracket, it is now Castrol's funny car versus Track Surgeon. Let me set this up here. Jesus. Amateur hour. All right, here we go. This is for first heat for all the marbles. Castrol funny car that pretty much blasted its way through the winner's bracket to end up here. And Track Surgeon, who fought his way out of the loser's bracket to be here. So now this whole matchup, if Track Surgeon wins, we do another round of best 2 out of 3 because everybody has to lose twice. But if Castrol wins it this time, Fast as the Fastest wins it, it's over, and he takes the crown of the Derby Dash. So let me see if I did this right. Cue right video. Ha! Yeah. All right, here we go. Down the hill. Caddy leading. Huh. That funny car. Halfway point. Half a car. Oof. Castrol. I'm not going to say he met his match or anything, but FOTF might be a little wondering right now. Heat number 2. We'll flip lanes. Funny car gets the near lane this time. We'll see what that does for him. That helped him. That caddy, though. Oh, no. Funny car. Taking it. So let's flip it again. They both have 1 now. So this is the third heat. Like I said, if Castrol wins this, we're done. We crown a champ and we go home. If the Cadillac wins, we're doing it again. Here we go for all the marbles. Caddy's racing ahead. But here comes Castrol. Midway, he's ahead. Keeps it. Yes, he does. Said. Done. So your winner, your champion of the Redline Derby Racing Derby Dash for April, FOTF, with his Jolly Rancher Castrol GTX funny car. He made us take note in the thread. All that trash talking. And he managed to back it up. All too often you can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. Not the case this time. Congrats. So that Boxo Cars will be heading to FOTF. Fastest of the fastest, I think. Whew. Now I need a drink. My goodness. Let me head over to the chat, see what's going on. Ugh. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Jack Surgeon, Kano, Jim, Connell, Carl, Cameron, everybody hanging out still. Thanks for sticking with me. I know it's long. And I know I had some problems. I do apologize for the holdups there. Like I said, some things changed since last time that I assumed would be okay, but not quite. So just a little reminder before we leave here, coming up the end of this month, the Pro Series GT Classic, that's heading out, or going on out in Oregon. You can check out redlinederby.com and see some entries, some early entry previews for that one. A lot of good cars lining up for that, so we'll see. Then in May, the RLD Mini Challenge, that's for short cars, 2.5 inches or less. We're talking Cooper Minis, Mini Morris, Fiats, or anything you can chop, frankly. Doesn't have to be a stock car. These are all mod races here. And then coming up in June, the Pro Series continues with Truckorama 3. It's going to be vans, trucks, and wagons. That should be good. Oof. As I said, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for hanging on. That was a show. Head over to redlinederby.com for the replay tomorrow in case you had to go or you want to relive the excitement again. All 2 hours of it. How about that? I'll post some pictures. Like I said, I'll take a picture of these brackets that my working brackets, so you can all see who beat who. It's not what I wanted, but that's what you're going to get. My apologies again. I took some other photos from the night, so we'll post those as well. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just look for Redline Derby and use the hashtag Redline Derby whenever you do. I'm Brian. Thanks again. Have a good night.